has been actually now nerfed a little bit or changed a little bit, and it, in the end, becomes Java. Good old top lane where there are like 20 viable picks right now. You can just throw them out left and right. Everyone has different opinions.
Set up for a counter gank if G2 wants it.
First blood is on the cards. Knockup finds nobody, but Svenskeren is unburrowed. Cocoon lands. First blood is going to be available and picked up by Hornsa. Svenskeren is not going to die. He sinks the fangs in. Finally,
no fighting.
Expect gets 6 as well. The barrel comes back. The minions are working in his favor. Body slam finds a target. Hornsa's running for his life. We'll talk about that in a moment.
He has to wait now.
Because all of a sudden the barrel comes out. That's a good stun into the wall. Cataclysm comes down, but Hornsa's got no flash, and G2 make that look easy.
Really clean gank. Specifically flashes for the taunt. They're going to try and get a gank with Elise.
That's a flash over the wall. Follow flash from Bjergsen. Taunts come out. Winds of War and the Cocoon. Team solo mid get their first kill in the mid lane. Sven is the target of the bomb, and as we tick over 10 minutes, plus 12 CS advantage for double if Biofrost is about to get stunned.
We see this quite often from G2, but let's talk about it after, because top lane, 3-man.
Well, Expect's just gonna die. Heroic entrance into the taunt and a Justice Punch to secure the kill. TSM with a strong advantage.
Yeah, so in this...
Do you have to remember double TP from TSM? They're using one right now from the fountain. Jarvan still didn't use his. Bjergsen is here for the wave clear.
Yeah, Perks has joined the fight. Tower First Blood also going to go the way of Team Solo Mid. This is going to be a nearly 2,000 gold lead for the North American Spring Champions.
It's just very good communication
from the early game yet again against G2. Trick's going to get caught by the Cocoon. Devour's available. Stand behind me gets used, as does the Source. Now Svenskeren is the target. He jumped in with the repel. Gets killed by Sven. Support comes in for Team Solo Mid. Bjergsen decides not to save.
Could also be turret.
But look at the supports on the minimap. Team Solo Mid coming in. Abyssal Voyage is going to deliver Svenskeren and Biofrost. Sven is the target, but it's Trick and Mithy taking all the damage. Sven is here. Just 2. Here comes Expect. Needs to use the barrel defensively. Gets rid of double lift. Hornsa locks Sven inside the Cataclysm as Bjergsen takes him down. That's a double kill for Bjergsen. Cocoon on the back end secures another kill for TSM.
We talked about how Tom Kens and Galio together.
Perks doesn't even pull the trigger. TSM are going to be able to use the Rift Herald to accelerate their lead as G2 continues to build. G2 looking to re-engage. The Unburrow gets 2. There's a body slam as well. Perks are scatter the weak, not the greatest. And the taunt only catches Expect. This is good for G2 Esports. Mithy's the target as the Unbreakable blocks some damage. And Sven takes down Hornsa. It's MSI all over again.
Yeah, doesn't this feel rather familiar decision? Now, though, Hots are on ward. They know that they're baiting for a fight. Let's see it.
Hornsa gets tagged up. Sorry to Fishers, he is caught to the Unburrow. The Void Ooze buys a couple seconds of time as the hero's entrance comes down. Trick is the target, 300 HP. Great Cataclysm from Hornsa. Sven with the flash manages to escape. Perks takes down Svenskeren. Bjergsen trying to get onto Sven. Mithy's on the front line with the help of Expect, and everybody from TSM is low. Winds of War tagging on Sven, but he's unkillable. That's a double kill for Perks. Looking for more from TSM, and the gold lead matters not.
TSM have not been able to use a Jarvan engaged right into a good...
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. There's the Broom comes up. Perks is the target. He used the flash earlier. TSM with all the tools available easily take down Perks. It's a 4-on-5. TSM still maintain control.
Yes, Svenskeren has no flash. They use the majority of their initiation. It's going to be much harder for them to re-engage this next time.
All right, Baron, 6,000 HP. It's not going very low. Double Lift trying his best to get those autos down. 4,000 HP. Knock up onto Bjergsen as he is now thinking about turning. Trick's going in onto the front line. Trick's the target. 2,000 HP. Barrel from Expect splits up TSM and Mithy's blocking what he can. Sven remains untouched. He's got Bjergsen. The Devour comes out. Now Biofrost is stunned. Needs to pop the Grey Health. Bjergsen running for his life. Crucially for the EULCS, Baron is interrupted.
G2 playing that extremely well, just staying outside.
Very well. I love the fact that they know TSM can't kill Baron quickly, but now they...
Oh, it's happening!
Sven is the target, not going to be able to escape this time round, but the knockback is bought time! Sven is taken down by Hornsa and Bjergsen as they double up. Defensive moves from the rest of G2. Knock up under the tower. Perks manages to cleanse until Svenskeren gets that venomous bite. Resets from double lift. Rocket jump into flash. Trick is the target. Red buff bursting away as he rocket jumps Baron.
I don't know how it took them so long. It's very simple. You use the Jarvan ult on the Kog'Maw and Galio ults after. You're done. Then you win the fight.
Goggles of his own and the Thorn Mail. Cocoon will cost Mithy his life.
There's the Triss damage coming through finally.
Really easily set up by TSM on the invade. This is not your jungle anymore, G2. TSM have invaded and they've got control.
Yeah, and this is a little bit better than the MSI game from TSM, but we know TSM versus G2 is never over until the Nexus actually reaches 0 health. They have been so back and forth in the 2 games they played this year.
And on screen, Inhibitor falls as TSM.
Open that mid lane as well with the inhib. They're going for that tower.
Stats of the week comes out. I'm looking for Expect's barrel to split up TSM. There it is. Biofrost is on the front line, but Doublelift remains unkilled. Sven is untouched. Perks has got one. That was a 3 or 4 man stun. Bjergsen's a target of Sven, while the rest of G2 tried to get TSM. This will buy some time as Bjergsen maintains his life for a few seconds longer. Doublelift flashes forward for the kill, but flash economics means if another fight breaks out, he needs to be extra careful.
Yeah, Triss a little more mobile than Kog'Maw, still has the rocket jumps. Trick got a little bit ambitious at the end of that fight. Rek'Sai ulting to chase onto Doublelift while the rest of G2 was dealing with Bjergsen and a re-engage.
What? It's gonna go down. That flag and drag was just...
Take the 3 and 3, but Elder Drake going down right now. TSM has to fight it.
All right, teleport's coming in from behind the pit. It's Hornsa with Cataclysm available. This is gonna be massive. Interrupted. Locks down Sven. Sven decides to flash away as a knockup comes down. Justice Punch kind of interrupted by Bjergsen. Sven is life-stealing the best that he can. Perks is holding on to that unleashed power while Doublelift kept the Elder Dragon engaged.
They're just going to go for this. They have 2 Drakes right now, and they know they got G2 very slow. That was a hard reset, but G2 completely abandoning.
We give it over to TSM after engage coming in from Hornsa from the side right there. That forced 2 flashes once again from the carries on G2 Esports. So that's kind of the fun thing about this game here is the first fight you take, as long as you get flashes, that's almost a win in itself for the next one, and they're actually going straight for Baron.
Yeah, they do not have a control ward. They're sweeping their approach, but they do not see that ward in the back. So G2 knows it's there, but Trick is on the wrong side of the map. This is Baron too.
Yeah, easily secured. Despite Expect having teleports, TSM get Elder Dragon and Baron.
Should actually be all hitting on this wave. They're going to get it at least, and now maybe cycle the 2nd and 3rd inhibitors down because they got a wave on the top side as well.
Yeah, you almost have to wait for the Elder Drake buff to expire before you can really do anything as G2 Esports. But it sucks to see, of course, that bot lane in him go down so quickly. Means now the top lane suddenly is the next focus. Big minion wave on the way from TSM as well. They're getting everything.
And that mid inhibitor is just about to respawn. It's a few seconds away. G2 will at least no longer have to deal with Elder in just a few more seconds, likely as this wave is crashing into the tower. Looking at the minimap though, guys, Hornsa trying to set up on the flank. He's got flash available to him and can look for another Cataclysm in the river. It was so impactful. Instead, Hornsa's just going to waltz right in. Flag and drag for the engage. Gets it down onto Perks. And Sven, heroic entrance. This has to be the game. Sven scares the target. How is Sven not dead? The time's down. Sven stays alive. The stun comes down. And finally, Sven and Perks are killed. The North American LCS are taking down EU. Expect and Trick are running for their lives. Believe me, G2, this game is over.
41 minutes in, they get the initiation once again on Sven. Deficio, we talked a lot about what they should do. Well, they did it. They pulled off the initiation, and that's why they're winning. That's going to be the game.
The Nexus turrets are falling as Doublelift hops forward, unkilled, untouched, and unthreatened. Team Solo Mid strike first in Rift Rivals 2017.
Gotta feel slightly satisfying for TSM. It's no MSI victory, but they still, as Deficio, as Quickshot said, strike first here at MSI. With the Galio, with Doublelift on a hyper carry, stalled out a little bit in the mid to late game against G2, but they do take him down.
Yeah, they had to find the right engages and kind of figure out, okay, how are we actually going to set up these fights? And in the end, they figured it out, you know, go on to Sven with Galio and Jarvan at the same time.
Have you guys heard the saying, the more things change, the more they stay the same? We go from Zig in the top lane,
most likely, be Kled.
And it's the Kled. No real surprises there. 7th time the split, so we'll see him playing a champion.
Yeah, and Kled is Zig's signature champion. It's become a meta pick now.
Expects to get some more damage.
Oh, so easily set up. Everything lands for First Blood, Phoenix 1.
That's just a really good setup, and we talked about.
Yeah, but look at the minimap. Jesus is going to get caught out. Arrow, 90 caliber nets over, gets the hero's entrance. That's a good, aggressive call. Silence comes out from Jesus. You realize he's doomed. Summoner spell has been used. and kill credit picked up by Arrow.
And now the first instance we see of Fnatic trying to, if they can keep the tempo up and make something like
Gragas, though,
then they could actually pull ahead. Here comes Mike Young.
Well, here comes Mike Young. Mike Young. Caps is able to Valk over the wall. Jesus is taunted up by the idol of Duran. Mike takes a couple of shots from the tower. And it's Special that gets the third of the game. Play not seeing it from Fnatic. They are staying even. And with Zach and Jarvan and some itemization being completed for Reckless soon, Caps.
From Reckless specifically. He likes to join Source's lane and go for some ganks, but now it's just Source alone.
Well, Soaz looking to 1v1 Arrow. A lot of damage should make this one trivial. Spring Split MVP got dunked. It's spotted out by that control ward.
Maybe a fight mid.
There's going to be indeed Caps, flashes away. Bear Trap on a rope comes down. There's no Cataclysm, remember. Soaz used that one on Arrow. Caps is killed and he lost his flash. Now Jesus becomes the target. Bear Trap on a rope. Gonna get fired out. Catches Jesus. Here comes Broxah. Delivers them under the tower. Cataclysm is now available. Soaz holds on to the cooldown as Mike Young's the target of Reckless. Reckless will stun him up and take him down. The fat man's out. Now Zig gets pulled back by the stretching strike. He's got no skull yet. Does manage to come back up as he's in range. Split as they look to knock over their second and do secure it.
They're looking for Ryu too. I mean, trading a Drake for a kill and a turret could be a very good trade. Looks like Ryu has no help anywhere close.
No, he doesn't. How long does it take Fnatic to kill him? And kill is secured by Reckless.
Not long.
The man, the myth, the legend. He goes down in a few seconds.
And nothing is happening.
Yeah, this is also they're actually doing it.
Well, let's see if Fnatic get trapped in place. Barrel interrupts Broxah. He gets pinned into the wall. Soaz has forced a flash. Now Broxah's in trouble. Let's Bounce is available to Great Dark Binding. Not enough to kill him. Reckless uses something to kill. Hero's entrance comes down. And there's the slicing maelstrom. Mike Young is down. P1 needed too much time. And Fnatic somehow outplay.
P1, they try to just get that fight in the mid lane. It's not over yet.
No, it's not. Zig's going to get Skull back, jumps back on. Power Fist comes out and defensive flash gets Ziggs to save.
Falling fast.
Couple of pings onto the wards inside the blue buff of Fnatic. Arrow and Express are going to go for an attempt. Not secured. Well, everyone knows the Mike Young chant.
And now,
that is very is much different.
Why do we like it or not?
Well,
like
there's
it?
a bonus AD ratio on the W right now, so it could be good, but Phoenix One trying to catch out Soaz.
No flash, remember? He's going to get that Golden Aegis down just for flashiness. But is it at the cost of the inner turret? There's no one here to defend.
Wrap around flank, but they guessed on the wrong turret, and now they're going to have to run top.
Well, let's see, Caps decides to jump over the wall. That black shield matters not to Caps' damage. Yes, that's a decent enough taunt, but there's not enough follow-up yet. Caps gets shut down. That was nicely done by Mike Young. All of a sudden, Jesus is the target. He's dropped in the back end. Fnatic bit off more than they can chew.
And we have to remember,
big one, and that chunks him 30 HP. Soaz not nearly as squishy as Caps. Caps trying to get the gap and down, and the engage. Reckless is the target. He's forced to flash defensively already. Soaz and Broxah all the way up on the front line. The Gragas barrel goes wide. It misses Reckless, and that means Mike Young's down. Cataclysm
is engaged. There was no follow-up. Fnatic win. Now they go for Baron.
Still got Cataclysm, and let's bounce. Soaz, is he going to pull the trigger? GA available, puts it down. Ryu's locked in the pit. Hero's entrance gets him out. Broxah, let's bounce, delivers two to the back line. Easier for Reckless to stun them in the maelstrom. A Valkyrie forward from Captain. Fnatic ace, Phoenix One.
P1 never managed to find the correct team fight to actually punish Fnatic, and now you have super minions. You got Baron buffed up minions, same thing at this point. You also have Source already TPing up there. Fnatic gonna finish the game.
You also got to see the scaling. 4 items on both the Corki and the Kennen. Shred Phoenix One in that fight.
Well, Nexus turrets fall. 10 kills to 7. It never really felt like Fnatic were out of the game. But Fnatic gonna get one more kill onto the rookie superstar from North America. And Fnatic with an uninspiring win over P1.
Well, some fun things in that in the last few fights, actually, because it was such a slow setup for the team fights, and everyone wanted like a lot of time to kill the front line. The blitzcrank from Jesse.
Because I also like the fact that they waited for the last pick for the AD carry, knowing that the solo lanes were already shown, and knowing they'd be able to counterpick this lane. Because Trist, you can actually time
it, even with him sitting on Skull.
Look at Trick! Rocket grab into Cocoon! First blood, Sven!
Ooh, and there was just no vision on the map for seeing.
Just push the waveform. Wait for more abilities. Mithy actually uses that Feather Storm, Sven rather, to escape. Blade Call is available to him. Manages to get a two-man route. And that's the kill for Mithy. The barrel comes out for Contracts. Now he's the target. That's a double kill for Blitz.
And if you are C9, like we just talked about how G2 have all these winning lanes and early game junglers, so...
To be helping out C9. Flash Cocoon. Rocket Grab is going to find the target. And Trick gets the kill.
G2 knew that that flash from Contracts wouldn't be up for playing against anyone. They're literally just sitting and pushing minions and then taking every objective.
Oh, Sven, why are you here? Featherstorm comes out, Sneaky.
Oh, nice flash.
Sven's in trouble, goes in with the lantern. Death Sentence is connected, and Sneaky gets out alive.
And suddenly C9, they show up in the bottom lane. Yeah. Sneaky knew that Sven would flash to try and then use his E
here, and there's just the side lane pressure.
Oh, gets Contracts. Cocoon finds a target as well. Sinks the fangs in.
Flash.
Trick 202. Zig Impact rather coming to engage on the clit. Death Sentence connects onto Perks, but there's no real follow-up.
To play around the top lane oftentimes, whereas this game is the... Oh, he messed it up!
Oh, Sneaky's caught. Caster Curse exists, is real. We just praised him. And Sneaky
with their own ulti. But C9, they need a crazy good engage from Contracts, and they're going for mid lane.
They are indeed. Perks already flash. Here comes Sneaky. Decent shockwave. May not be enough.
Great timing
Sneaky
on that point, I just want to add.
Up the kill.
Far behind. But it just means C9 gets a bit of gold, and they have very gold-hungry champions in Tristana and Victor, so getting another tower there helps, and Smithy's dead.
Yeah, what an important hook for Mithy to land.
There we go.
Catches Smoothie into the pit.
Zaya, who is going to be healing just fine.
Anyway, Sven, he might die for it now. That's the reason he might die.
All right, Featherstorm buys a few seconds. The flash buys even more. Stun comes back. Sven almost takes out Contracts, but the damage just not there yet. He needed that Infinity Edge. Expect teleported into the middle lane as Sneaky Rocket jumps to safety. Dominus is put down, and nothing else follows up. It's a 7,000 gold deficit. Expect has flashed. Can't find the Ruthless Predator, and Jensen...
So the Elise gold actually does matter a
Definitely
fair bit,
matters.
but as far as the team fights go, C9 could theoretically win one if they get the right initiation.
Mithy was looking to catch Sneaky mid-air, didn't find the target. Impact does a little bit of a flyby as the barrel splits up. G2
Perks is down!
Perks is down before the shockwave, and that means C9 are on the offensive. Expect is the target. He's a big crocodile, gets pulled back into the gravity field. Impact gets caught by the rocket crab, but it simply won't matter. Sven running away for his life. Featherstorm has bought some time.
Sven there with full HP as well.
Why is that there in the UOL room? That doesn't make any sense.
It's called the manager.
They're going for it.
All right, Baron's the target. Impact pulled out. Repel goes up. 2,000 hit points. Baron's going to be not available for G2. And Cloud9 are back.
What a comeback so far.
Tilting after such a rough early game. Mithy's getting caught now.
All right, Rocket Grab actually started that one off. Contracts is down. Caster Curse by Deficio. Junglers are traded, excuse me, in his own jungle. Cloud9 still down in towers, but it doesn't matter. There's the swing, the wind-up from Smoothie. Not going to find a target yet. Sneaky just out of range. Sven gets chunked down by the Death Ray and the Chaos Storm. Forced to run for his life. Expect is killed while the Chaos Storm keeps the rest of G2 busy.
G2 need to get something is one kill before the Elder Drake, because those 5 Elemental Drakes could be massive.
Contracts.
Here's the target. Shockwave used as well. He's able to escape. Look at the Chaos Storm! Looking for resets. Sneaky's popped. Not going to be enough for Perks, but he finds Trick instead. Sneaky Rocket.
He's just constantly in the right place to save his team now. Expect, yeah, he's getting covered by late game. He's
just going to get run down. Sneaky.
Why
would you flash? Rest of C9 comes in. There's some damage onto Impact.
This side of the jungle. Gotta be careful, they get Sneaky!
All right, Sneaky caught out, shut down. Important hook lands for Mithy. This will buy
very important.
This is going to set.
Now it is 2 minutes plus of a 5 Elemental Drake Elder.
Oh, they were looking for Baron, maybe trying to rush it, but you have no way to carry. Yeah. You can't.
G2 can just get Baron.
Yeah.
Because
G2 will get this.
You do not want to fight this Drake. The amount of true damage you get when you have this many Elemental Drakes totally swings the fight.
Oh, G2
what
just got
a... What was he doing down there?
I don't know, taking red buff or something. Whatever AD carries do. I don't know what AD carries do in the late game.
Had it for the last 5 seconds.
Well, let's take a look. Baron is going to be secured here by G2 unless C9 can pull a miracle. Very late on the barrel. secured off by Sven at the end of the day. C9, the inhibitor turret is the focus. Sven trying to dodge the death ray. Remember, Jensen, no flash available to him. Mithy's pushing forward, trying to zone away members of C9. Inhibitor already secured.
G2 right now has 3 of them.
Elder Dragon, 2/3 of the cooldown used, still 30% remaining. Mithy used the Righteous Glory to threaten and engage, and Cloud9
Full health, and they now have the minions in the mid lane. This could be the final push.
While Trick's HP was regenerating relatively well, Expect has managed to catch out Sneaky. Lantern goes down, but it's not activated. Expect, with Dominus running, is distracting C9.
Again.
The third and final inhibitor is the focus for Sven. It goes down. Super minions pouring into the base, and this Baron
Was gone.
They're TPing in. C9 still want to fight.
Let's see what Sneaky can do. Gets caught by the power fist and the rocket grab. Impact needs to kill Sven. Deficio finally wins. It was the exact play Mithy needed to do. Contracts trying to distract and deal with C9. Trick goes down in the melee, and so does Contracts. Expect now on the front line. Cull the Meek.
They just have to escort them to the spot to win.
they're trying.
Smoothie's looking for Perks and catches him. Now Sven's running away. Double daggers comes out.
What just happened?
Double kill for Jensen. Death sentence on to Expect. The super minions pouring into the base. Sven's target is Jensen for now. Manages to pop Smoothie on the back end. Featherstorm comes out. Impact is doing what he can. Score! Not enough to save Cloud9.
Jensen's still coming out of base.
Let's see what Jensen can do. No Chaos Storm available.
The Elder Dragon, which is on a different respawn timer from the Baron. It's 10 minutes for the Elder Dragon and 6 for Baron. Because, I mean, looking at the items, you got no boots on either of the 80 carries. You got, so, what do?
Well, we're going to find out. Contracts looking for Perks. No flash available. Shockwave only onto Smoothie. Perks goes golden with the hourglass, but he's taken down for Contracts. Teleport comes out from Expect. Jack, do you believe now?
See, that's pretty low.
Looking for the engage. Smoothie's running for his life. Cocoon onto Jensen. He manages to get caught. Mithy with the engage.
Oh, it's down.
Dead Impact. Dead Jensen. Smoothie and Sneaky fall. And G2 turn the fight around.
They're actually gonna do it, man. They're walking straight down the base. They just need to kill one inhib. But what a game!
What a ridiculous turnaround at 49 minutes. G2 win the game, lose the game, but eventually win the game versus C9.
And he just fit the game so well that Perks gets caught before the last fight and dies again, but then his team shows up and just turn it around and actually
win this game in the early stages before this Twitch scales up, before Galio starts jumping down to that bottom side of the lane, and even the Rise with that extra mobility.
Yeah, and 2 small Raptors out, that's going to help P1 a little bit, but it's still the same 3 camps being stolen back and forth, just Xerxes is 20 seconds slower.
Meanwhile, even with the Raptor steals that Zig and Ryu got, with one of them for each, they're both getting pushed out of lane.
He's baiting, though, the roots there, the flash, the E's gonna land, he misses the Q, though. Sonic Wave's not there, Ryu go for the autos, one more will get him, and he takes down Exile for first blood.
That's okay, the creeps blocked him, so they had his back. If their jungler is invading on the enemy blue, and then topside should have been Exiles, but here's a hook.
Hook onto Arrow means a lot of damage there, throwing some javelins out, but he's got to be careful. Exhaust will time out eventually from this Twitch. He's trying to stealth back up. Arrow eventually burns the flash, get away. Heal's still up, and now Xpecial has a Deadly Venom stacked up. Forced to run. Nice hook, though, means the fight might continue, but Arrow has to expect some damage. Now the re-engage, and Exile Sonic Wave is going to land. The burst is there. One more shot could do him in. Not quite going to get it, and now it's Zig's time to run away, and he's going to be knocked down. Xerxes getting the gank off of the top side.
So while there's a lot of jungle focus onto Exile, in defense to him, this is something that he's used to, because he often burns his flash early. Junglers will like to come back and try to shut him down as they go for it again.
Can he hit that one, though? Valkyrie in, Q's going to land for one. Ryu, one more shot, I'll do it, and the assist not even going to go over. Looks like Mike Young didn't give him a shield or something. And now it's the mid lane push.
Yeah, here we go. Xpecial going in, Lantern's over.
They're going to look for the damage shot, but Exile, nice dodge, but not going to get away from that one. Mike Young, rookie of the split, knocks down the mid lane.
And they're going to be able to, again, push a lot of damage on the turret and force for that objective. Meanwhile, Mike Young is taking the Dragon while they're doing this, so Mike Young won't be able to go towards the mid lane this time.
Bad news for you. He flashed. Why do you flash from a Rek'Sai? He's definitely going to die. Xerxes gets the kill in the mid lane. Ryu losing both his summoners. Meanwhile, Mike Young sold the Ocean Drake.
Proactive. Even if they fall behind, they will not suddenly slow down on the gas. They will always look for something to try and pressure you with. Now that they've been able to get the top tower, they'll transition that.
There's no use flashing away on low health. You will get executed. Here goes the mid turret siege, though.
Pulls in, especially who is safe because of Callisto. Gets pulled right back into the ultimate for the second knocker, but that's going to be a kill picked up. Ryu still had aggro, so Xpecial is safe. kill in the mid lane. Turret under fire a bit more, but now P1 coming to roam in. TP coming in now from the Renekton. Will this be a fight? Flashplay's going to hit on the 2, and they found a mid laner for themselves. The damage up on the rise. Exile running out of health, and he's going to drop. 1 for 0 now. Galley coming to charge in, and P1 have to run. The double knockup still lands, though. And it's low health bars for Zig.
And again, we see the difficulty of Rift Herald versus a team that is early game oriented, that does have map control. Phoenix One actually use it against Unicorns of Love as a little bit of a bait.
Play down for a couple of seconds. They will knock down the mid lane or the top. I should say that both solos are gone. The hook's going to land, and that's going to be a dead Blitzcrank. Ailosong losing his life.
And X Special is just on fire right now.
Flash does have lanterns, level 9 right here, getting some damage onto him. Smites for health. Hook's going to land on the top end, though, and Chachi forced to kite back a little bit. Buy some time, though. That shield's going to be lasting for a while. Samix just
completed the recall here, so they won't have any extra support collapsing. Zig should be able to get the stun.
Gets the empowered one, waits for it with a Fury Generation, and Vizichachi not long for the world. P1, especially getting the kill, maybe not needed. They could have given that to Arrow, but at least the kill.
He deserves it. He's creating all the plays.
He does deserve it, but either way, it's going to be displacement on the Xerxes, pushing off to the side. Actually tried to unburrow under Ryu, got nothing for it. Their shot's going to land across the wall. One more for Phoenix One.
And this is something that we see so often from the Unicorns.
Pull out these surprise plays and try and double gank a lane or something like that. Unicorns are so far behind that difficult to pull that off, actually. And Exile, again, is the target.
Ooh, the flay is on. Nice juke on the hook, though. Gets away from X Special. Not going to buy some time from Xerxes now against the turret. They're going to look to dive him. And the flash for the auto attack nicks him down. Now they got to get away from Galio. Nice hook pick in, though, by Hillsong. X Special flies in to buy some time, and here's Samix on the bottom side. It's a trade of 1 for 1 so far. Finds another with X Special, drops down the hook. Posthumously buys a bit of time. He's flashing back, and there's a nice Valkyrie in for you. Picks up yet another for him, and Zig now to join the fight, but one knocked down by Hillsong. Or sorry, by Vizichachi. It's actually 2 alive Unicorns winning that fight overall.
Of the changes to Abyssal Mask, as long as you're a champion that also utilizes mana. Here we go, though. He's face checking.
They hook in the tank, though he's durable. The shield still not broken. The fight begins. They've already almost knocked down Zig. He might just burn, and he will. Samix picks up 1, but a shot back comes in as Ryu takes one in. Looking for Chachi. Damage reduction on doesn't matter. Mike Young takes him out with a kick to the back of the head. And Exile is isolated and alone. The Ren stacks are in. There's the slow flay to bring him in. That's the kill surely for Ryu.
Oh, what a flank and kick there by Mike Young. Able to get the...
For now, but he's also going to put a control over the walls. Not going to get turned off. So let's see if they can go for it. Ryu going to look for the duel against Xerxes. They have Ren stacks. It shouldn't be too hard.
Exactly. Plenty of Ren stacks, so it's kind of a...
Oh, okay, they got it. That was close, though. There was a window in between. Xerxes could have smited.
Exactly. Usually you want to...
With their good vision control, and the rest of Unicorns, they're not even in a position to defend this tower.
And the turret's going down very quickly here. One more of those...
they can kill him! Oh, they gun shy a little bit too much. It looked like they were kind of in the middle of retreating, even though they had the power, looking to get one more shot on this turret. Will kill it. And there it goes.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say don't take the extra risk. Even if it's...
4 and Hib taking some damage, down about 20% here.
Samix goes invisible.
All right, this means it might be time for the fight, but it's going to time out in about 4 seconds. You won't have any attack speed, and that's right when Unicorns start walking forward. No fight to be had just yet, though. Reset. Ocean still kicking in for Ryu, putting his health back up, and a little bit of poke, but this turret's inhibitor going to lose some life. Hook in onto the front line, looking for a lot of damage, especially going to get a flay for a shield. Ulted right back out by Callista. Vizichachi taking up a lot of shots. Out he goes.
You will to find that fight.
See what they find up next. The team is all converged on the mid lane, looking to see just 1-2 attacks will knock the turret down. Chachi taunts up. When the minion wave is there, Hook's going to land onto an important target, though. Going to lock the knockback in as well, and here comes the Thresh, and a big redemption heal coming in as well. Taunts on Zig is getting low on health, forced him to recall and bite kite back as well. Hook's not quite going to land just yet, and Hib still could be attacked, but Ryu chasing on the front lines. Looking for Chachi, not going to get it. Gets just barely away from that Blitzcrank. Hillsong nearly took him down, and Hib's going to fall, though. No casualty.
Zig, and they're going to challenge now as the Baron kicks off.
Looking to rush Xerxes over the wall. Can he get in? Hook's going to buy some time. There's the smite into Ren. That's the combo you want, and Baron goes down cleanly enough. Phoenix 1.
Usher up the minions. Baron empowered speed does get them there a little bit quicker, and this might be the last push onto this inhibitor turret.
They try it for what he wants, and he kicks back the front line. They found him, and Samix is gone. Mike Young cannot do wrong this game. Vizichachi now taunting up the front side, but the turret is already gone. The third inhibitor going to fall as well, even though top has respawned. But Phoenix 1 in a 5v4, and the gold leads don't matter anymore. There's too many people. Nice juke by Exile, but will it even matter? The minions are there. The turret's falling. Nexus turret number 1 about to drop, but it's first up to Chachi to tank up the team. Xerxes in the back line can't find anyone to kill. The chase on forward. Ryu back on a rampage. They found the tank as well. Zig putting at the front line. A kill comes through for Arrow, his third of the game. And the turrets are falling. The champions as well. Hillsong is gone, and Phoenix 1 will get their first win of Rift Rivals. Unicorns starting out 0-1. They will have more to play, but P1 going to make it a 1-1 scoreline for themselves. GG in 33 minutes.
Beautiful plays from Mike Young in this game. all starting off by getting that kill onto Exile.
SOAS has had very good Shen, Galio, and some Gragas games, right?
Yeah.
Those have kind of been the main three for him. And the Galio does offer that extra support.
Down here, so Smoothie knows they got some time on the 3v1. Caps flash hook's going to land. Knockup's there. Body slam. The chain's in. First blood comes through to Contracts.
Okay, teleport going to come through for SOAS, but shouldn't be much of a counter kill here. Broxa is in the area.
No, Smoothie's a bit low, but his Keystone should be on cooldown for a few more seconds. Here comes the body slam. Going to land here. Too much damage for SOAS. It is. And he comes in a TP to kill himself. Jensen gets a kill.
Cloud9 with a fantastic...
Broxa was like, I can't do much here. On the bottom side, though.
He's just gone. There's almost no way out for this one. Going to buy a bit of time, and he's going to get a bit of a reckless. Nicely played there. Jesse, you saw him walk forward. Hope for maybe a follow-up on a sneaky, though there was no contracts to be had. Is Broxa going to go for this one? Yeah, he's going to go for the knock-up into his face, knock him back, and the hook is there as well, and Jensen just secures the kill for good measure.
Continued camping around mid lane here. Off on the bottom side, they do have to worry about teleports.
They got Smoothie on this one. It's a fairly taky blitzstring, but he's kicked into the wall. The damage output's there. Here comes a spray and pray. A lot more coming through. Still trying to kite back, but it's going to be one kill picked up so far for Reckless. Raise TP means nothing.
It's really hard to...
Body slam's going to land. Explosive caster follow through. Can they get the chain? They try to get in. Yes, they will. And Caps is summonerless. Shockwave can't even go off in time. And Jensen gets himself his third kill of the game.
Caps, he's just trying to get vision.
We want them to take the Infernal Drake because they have so much pressure around there, but they don't need to rush it here. Caps again.
They've got everything they need. Jensen on a rampage. There's nothing Caps can do. It's impossible. That's okay. I got you. Me and Vetty at some point right here. Nice kick into the wall. A lot of damage on the Contracts. The Q's going to land. They're going to get a bit more damage on him, but he's pretty tanky. And here comes the rest of the team. Broxa going to go down to the chains.
Jensen snaps back over to Caps and has to flash that.
We're going for another plan to Ray.
All right. Ray on this one. Hoping to turn it back around 16.5 minutes into this one. The flash, the exhaust, the flay's going to land, and Ray should be going down to this one. The hook to make sure Reckless getting himself his fourth kill of the game. All of Fnatic's gold onto him.
So this is the bright side for Fnatic. Reckless is still ramping up. He's completed his Blade of the Ruin King. 4-0, SOAS gets hooked.
They're going to find SOAS. He's going to be over the wall. Has flash available. Has a lantern on the wrong side. He's going to blast cone back out, though. C9 unable to knock that one out in time, but SOAS still trying to run away. Gonna just barely his punch, and the explosive cast not gonna land either.
Good flash there from SOAS. Uses
6,000, gonna be closer to 7 when this turret goes down.
And the thing is, they can just dive mid.
And that. Well, Caps gets damage reduction. Here comes Galio, and the heroic entrance is in, saving Caps' life for now. Top lane turret dies, but so does Contracts. Well played, SOAS finally getting to that taker.
And they actually get to use it much later in the game, so you get to see Rift Herald in these situations where it actually affects, inhibitor turrets.
Gonna make a play happen up top side.
Yeah, and Reckless is bringing a buddy. SOAS is on the way too, so again, Ray finds himself in.
All right, both the solo laner's gonna come join this one. Knock up on Ray, buying some time. Just a punch, not gonna land yet on Jensen, who has a Banshee's Veil for himself now.
More coming up the river. Cloud9 are trying to buy time here. They're baiting in a little bit.
Smoothie gonna get not quite the hook. Reckless summoner heals from Moose Speed. His flash also down right now. Jensen gonna get the root on the top laner, though. It's a lot of damage to the SOAS. They're going to try to knock him down. One more shot will do it, and Sneaky going to get his first kill of the game. Reckless caught out. Contracts was in behind. They get that kill picked up. Ray losing his life, but +1 for C9 is worth it. The flash, the chain's going to land. Jess is certainly going to go down. Double kill for Jensen.
And during that time, Caps gets a little bit of
damage. Brock's over the wall, and he's in range to go for a thing, but it's going to be the hook in for Smoothie. No flash, no way out. He's going to drop down despite the safeguard over to SOAS. 5v4 continues. 3 help on Baron. It's got to be a shotgun versus Smite. It should go to Contract. There's always a chance you turn it around, and it actually picked up by Contract. He's going to be fine, and now they're re-engaged. They knock down one, and Jensen is legendary. Health bars just staying alive enough, and SOAS, not long for the world, gonna get shut down, turned back into marble.
And Fnatic are falling apart. They lose all of
it. See him dance at the Nexus.
I don't think so. I think Fnatic can easily hold for the next minute or so right now. We'll see how much they can take, though. They're gonna find Ray in the bot side, pops the stone plate, looks to get away from SOAS, but he's running out of health pretty rapidly, still burning down. Blue turret's been destroyed, mid-inhibitor turret is gone, but it's a kill on Ray.
But that's 5 members sent down bot as C9 take away your base. You've just lost the inhibitor. 6-5 in favor of C9. And if they win this, they'll be able to extend that gap ever so slightly more. And that's through all the tournaments that they've actually competed against each other. So it's nice to see these organizations having so much back and forth against one another, and C9 being able to get this early advantage over them should be a big confidence boost for C9.
Definitely should be, considering their loss earlier in the day. Need to bounce back, and they're bouncing back very well in this one. Jensen goes in, forces out the Dark Passage. Not too big of a deal there.
Yeah, not really, but it's still going to be this one falling. Inhibitor number 2 is gone. Cloud9 still in control, but no, it's going to be a big pick for Reckless, and they're playing well around it. Siege continues now. Chain Lightning's going to pull aggro, so Sneaky has to back off, and he's a little bit injured here. Jensen wants in, going to land a bit more damage, jumps right back out. Soaz is going to flash for the taunt. Here's the Justice Punch, here's the Flay. They're going to go for what they can. The kick is in, and yes, the shutdown comes through. 4v5, there could be a big fight as Ray joins in on the battle, but he's outnumbered, of course, has to run Flay in again, and Jess is going to make sure he's going to drop and lose his life as well. Nice taunt comes in. Broxah going to get up another kill. Caps flash away from Explosive Cast, and Cloud9 running out of health. Smooth is going to be next up on the chopping block if they can get in. Jess is, the hook's going to come in, not quite going to land on a Sneaky just yet. No Summoners to chase on just yet, but so is the right-hand side. TPing behind to a ward in Tribage. This could be a delayed ace for Fnatic.
Uh-oh, Cloud9 are actually going to be forced to turn and fight here. Soaz right behind him.
Justice Punch in, body tanked in by Contracts. Hooks in, they explode! Caps the start. What a great hook out of Smoothie just now. Can they find a bit more? He's cutting away from the team to buy some time for the rest of his squad. And the minions into the base buying a bit more.
Yeah, and
this one, all of Fnatic stuck in their base.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the hype? Here we go. Baron's getting low. Contracts. Oh, he misses a smite, but it goes to Jensen, or Sneaky anyway.
Honestly,
most banned or picked champion, and it's considered extremely valuable as demonstrated by the man in the mid lane, Mr. Jensen.
Mr. Jensen taking down the inhibitor now. 1 versus 3, drawing so much pressure with the Banshees as well. It's going to be that much more difficult to even punish him if he does flash in on Reckless.
And the triple inhib could drop down. Final attack comes through. Sneaky gets the credit onto this one, and here comes what could be the final siege, the final push. Baron buff on all 5, 10,000 gold leave in their pocket. Let's see if they can get that one. Shockwave catches the Caitlyn, though. The knockup's there. A little bit of damage coming out from Reckless, but he can't get more from the spray and pray. Sneaky staying alive. Gets a shutdown there on the Orianna as Caps has got a giant entrance for Soaz, but does it really matter? He's missing 2 of his teammates already. Buys what time he can. Gets a shield from Broxah as well, and Reckless wants the flank to save the game. Kenny picked out Sneaky. He's going to try. He's 2 attacks from it, and instead, it's Reckless, the KDA player. Instead of winning the game, he wants to keep his deaths at 1. An 8 KDA for Reckless, but an L in the column right there is Cloud9.
Meanwhile, though, the Gnar. Why we wanted to see that one? Fedius, go. So much buffs to him.
Oh, Irelia into Gnar, too.
Oh, we got the Irelia. Oh, this is so good.
Yes.
So many fun matchups. Unicorns of Love bringing out the special. And this is the power of the counter gank from Xerxes, who's in the bottom side of the map. All in happens top.
He's got a lot of damage here on a Hansu. He's trying to hook the not going to get it. First blood, solo kill in the top lane. The counter pick pays off.
See, as soon as he sees the jungler, there's that engagement. A ward, he may not say, oh, it has to be that pixel brush. There has to be a control ward in there. That is one of the most common, though. So might go back and check that on the way out. Meanwhile,
Hillsong got a lot of damage available. The perfect timing as well, and he just kept waiting to jump over and never did it. And now it's going to be a possible stun. What a ulti.
Might go more offensive. Double Lift and Bio are going to see him a little bit late.
Comes the pony.
The flash, the charm, everything's there. Now Double forced to run away, but he's not long for the world, and Xerxes picks that one up. And knockup for Balfrost not going to be much either as the chase continues, looking for the next chance.
Spike. Irelia's already completed hers as well. Well, reaching the point in the game where they're poised and ready as Bjergsen goes for an all-in.
No mana for any sort of movement here from Exile.
Exhaust really, really late, but Hextrigger still pops and it forces the flash, so double summoners out. Bjergsen is ghosted. He's going to flash for the QE. One more couple of shots will do it. The W's going to land. One more Q. There it is, and Bjergsen knew there was no way back out for Exile. The late exhaust certainly meant a lot.
With the extra Trinity forces of Hecarim and Irelia from the bottom side, TSM have to be a bit wary. They don't have double F with them.
They're going to find the charm of the knock, and the quickness going to find a third as well. They're going to look for the dive, and they might just have it as a Chachi, but the ulti gets one final shot down, and Bjergsen takes him out in the mid lane. Sven going to fall as well. Now Hanser is Mega Gnar, finds one, gets Exile. They're going to get a second as well. The turnaround from the tanks. It's 2 down on both sides.
And double F is coming down. The beam collapsed upon.
Well, TP still is available to Chachi, though. Ulti down might not really matter, but so far it's not going to be a play as Samix himself is far away. The big knockback is there, and they found Xerxes. The flash into the turret. It's going to be double looking for one more. Just barely gets the duel, wins it out in the end. Mid lane going to fall as well, and TSM
whittle down and get a bit more pressure when you're grouping up in the 5v5. You can. Uh-oh, here we go for the engage.
The big knockup's going to be there. Sven's going to drop pretty low for himself. Gets a quick shield, tries to flash away, but here comes the charge back in for Xerxes. Gets the fear, but he's got enough teammates. That ulti means absolutely nothing. A double stun out of Bjergsen. Exile's going to be a bit careful, has the Mega, and is just going to pop a quick Valkyrie or package to get out of that one. He's going to kite back a slow, and Hillsong could be a bit dangerous, trying to jump in, and he's stunned, so he can't join the recall just yet. Flashing, but maybe what for is the Summoner Heal not going to buy him enough time. Kill picked up. Here comes Featherstorm, and not going to pull them back in the Blade Caller just yet. Now the tackle back into the turret. Blade Caller not going to land. Still cutting back. Kill kind of comes through to visit Chachi. Rejoining the fight, his 4th kill of the game.
What a split call from TSM.
The team, very classic Unicorns of Love style, but they're the ones being pushed back.
Yeah, going to be knocked back, though. They're going to find Rakan. He's got no way out. Hillsong going to get shut down by Double Lift, his 3rd kill.
I mean, you have an Irelia that has that guaranteed advantage. Right now, though, TSM, group up S5, use the composition to just straight brute force down mid lane.
The Trebuchet is going to knock down more of the castle walls as mid lane 2-2 going to fall. They found the stun. They found the Mega Gnar. They're going to find 2 more kills. Why even bother defending Unicorns of Love? Terrible at ARM in this game. Broken. He can't break down any of the walls. There's no way to jump over the freight train without an ultimate right now.
No more battery. Okay, we're done with the brand.
They found the stun though, and Chachi has been taken down from long range, and 1,000 health left on the Baron. Sven does have smite. There's no way about it. He's going to grab that one cleanly. TSM in complete control of this game. One more attack would stun Xerxes. Everyone spawning in 15 seconds. That will be lower down to the priority list right now as the mid lane is under fire, and Hanser trying to run away, but he's not going to be able to easily. Flashes to get away from onslaught of shadows. And then we get a hook shield from Biofrost to stay safe. Now the re-engage. They found one. They found a slow. Visit Chachi running out of health, and Biofrost with the steel chair takes him out. 2 for 0 so far. The escape again for Exile. The package going to buy only a few seconds of time as mid lane inhibitor turret going to fall. 5v3 for TSM, still with the Baron buff.
And TSM, they're just so effectively snowballing this lead. They have all 5 members alive. There's no support, no top laner for UOL. And TSM, they are not stopping.
Looking to take down the turrets right now. The stone crumbling in front of them, turning UOL into firewood. As they're going to knock down one more Nexus turret. As soon as they put the attacks in, they force Exile back onto the fountain after Valkyrie, and Biofrost not even taking damage anymore. Hanser cutting back and forth. Wants to kill Samex, can't quite get it. But looking for the side here on this one is Hecarim kiting back and forth, looking for the play. No turrets left alive. Can they defend as the teammates are respawning? Xerxes gonna take some damage. Look for the knockup. They're trying to take down Hunch, but they can't quite do it. Now 4v5 as Chachi respawns into this one, looking for the play of Rampage for double it. 3 kills already coming into this one. Can Chachi get anything done? It looks like he cannot. The team staying alive. All 5 of TSM are there, and there's no opposition left. A quadra kill for Bjergsen. Making his triumphant return to Europe as TSM gonna make it happen. 18-6, waiting in the fountain, letting minions do the dirty work. And that's GG. TSM 2-0, North America up 4-2.
TSM themselves undefeated here